my final week presentations, and my project is a GitHub helper. AI is an AI-powered GitHub repository and assistant. So let's kick things off. So with my project, we can immediately understand the unfamiliar codebase with the AI-generated summarize and set up instruction and intelligence PR review. That could save us a bunch of times on code exploring and speed up the development process. So in the reality, I always have such issues to have, it will be very time consuming to understand the codebase. It can take up to days or weeks to try to understand the codebase. And also, I find out the codebase document is very often to be outdated and incomplete. It turns out to set up the project on local environment, it requires lots of effort to troubleshooting. This will slow down my workflows. And also, if I ask other teammates about the questions or the other member, which will interrupt the other people's productivity as well. And it takes time. So my solution is the GitHub helper. With the GitHub helper, I can input the repository URL. So the AI code analyzer can help me to analyze the code based on the codebase within a few seconds. Once the analysis is finished, it generates the insights, which is the summary report and the setup instruction. Also, it has a Q&A agent, which allows me to ask more questions. With the GitHub helper, I can understand the codebase within 15 minutes, set up the project within an hour, and start to making the new and fresh PR within a day. Very cool, right? So the GitHub helper is based on the Llama's model, and it supports multi-language, which include JavaScript, Python, and C#. It also has the secure authentications, which allows me to access the private repository to use the GitHub helper. Okay, rather than keep talking about the GitHub helper, let's try to look into the actual demo. Here is the GitHub helper, and I already input my URL here and finished the analyze. And once it finished the analyzer, I can start to ask the questions to the agent. What is this report about? So the agent will start to think and give us the response. Here's the response. The repo is an open source Python framework that built based on real-time blah 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 blah. And I can also ask, how do I set up the project? Again, the agent will give me the information to set up the step-by-step instruction to set up the repository. Nice. Now let's move on to the last page, repository analyzer. Again, I already pasted the URLs here, and it immediately analyzes the repository for me and generates the summarized step-by-step instruction, setup instruction, the key insight, recommendation, and just that one is for the fun part for the Q&A. Lastly, I also have the PR review. So in the PR review, we are going to enter the PR's URL, and it start to analyze the PR and give us back the suggestions. Nice. With those features, I can understand the codebase in a fast time and start making a code change. So yeah, that's my final project. Feel free to try it yourself. It's totally free. And yeah, thanks for coming to the presentation, and bye.